Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Lady Bulldogs Softball. We are coming to you tonight from Nashville, playing at CPA, the Lions. And if you're going to notice that it's a little different perspective tonight, there is nowhere behind home plate to be. So we are in the outfield, and we will bring you everything we can. May have to pay a little more attention in this game. So we're going to get things rolling. Lady Bulldogs, of course, the visiting team, will lead things off here. Batting first for the Bulldogs will be number 21, Sarah Quintal. And we'll get the lineup for CPA when we get a little closer. First pitch, fouled off. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 to Quintal. Misses. Ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. And what you are hearing in the background is the Bulldog dugout. They are well known for being loud and sometimes, honestly, just obnoxious. Ground ball to the left side, to the right side. Second baseman picks it up, flips to first for out number 1. So with 1 out, nobody on, the batter's going to be number 12, Kylie Travis. We are started just a few minutes early. The rain is headed our way, and there are no lights on this field. First pitch to Travis, taken for a call. Strike 1 on the inside corner. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Travis takes it on the shoulder, and she will go to first. So Travis will be aboard. That'll bring number 22, Star Paredes, to the plate. Paredes, the Bulldogs' second baseman. First pitch. Taken for a call. Strike 1. No balls and a strike. Tonight, as pitch grounded back to the pitcher, turns to short to first, gets the lead runner. So the fielder's choice will erase the lead runner. So with now a runner at first in the form of Star Paredes, the batter's number 7, Kyla Lowe. Lowe fouls that ball straight back. No balls, 1 strike. The 0-1. Down and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 in the dirt. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike. Throw to first, keeping Paredes honest. Not in time. Low back in the box. 2 balls and a strike. Pitch swung on, grounded right back up the middle. Hits the bag at second. Bounces into right center field. Center fielder picks it up, throws it to first. So the single is going to put runners at first and second for the Bulldogs, and that's going to bring the catcher, Number 18, Charlie Bailey has to the plate. So Bailey has, with a runner in scoring position early, swings, fouls that one off. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2. Up. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. 2 outs. We are in the top of the first. Bulldogs getting things started here. A hit batter, a fielder's choice, and a single. They've put runners at second, first and second. Pitch to Bailey as up. Runs the count full. Both runners will be on the move on the pitch. Full count, 2 outs. The pitch. Swung on. Floated to first. First baseman drops it and then kicks it. So the error on the first baseman is going to load the bases for the Bulldogs. And the runner, we're going to see the runner at first is going to be number 34, K.K. Smith, who's going to run for Bailey as. Bases loaded, and that's going to bring up number 17, Lily Lane. First pitch to Lane, taken for a called strike 1, no balls and a strike. Pitch up and away. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Bases full of Bulldogs. The 1-1. Taken for a call. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Paredes, the runner at third. Lowe is at second. Pitch grounded up the middle. Second baseman can't pick it up. Bulldogs are going to score on the second error of the inning. The Bulldogs take an early 1-0 lead. Bases remain loaded, and that's going to bring number 23, the designated player, Jordan Franklin, to the plate. Franklin bats with bases loaded and 2 outs here in the top of the first. Swings at the first pitch and misses. No balls and a strike. Pitch way up and away. Throw down to first. Throwing behind Lane. Not in time. Lane dives back in safely. 1 ball, 1 strike to Franklin. And the pitch. In the dirt, kicks away, up the baseline. Everybody stays where they are. 2 balls and a strike. There is not much foul territory behind the plate to speak of. So anything that gets past the catcher is going to have to bounce a long way from the plate in order to score a run. The 2-1 is up and away, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike to the designated player. Franklin back in the box. The pitch, swing and a miss. Pretty sure she just swung at ball 4. A little too excited right now. Wanted to do too much early. So bases loaded, 2 outs. Everybody will be moving on the pitch. The payoff pitch misses in, ball 4. So Franklin takes the walk and drives in the run. Bulldogs lead 2-0. So with 2 outs and bases loaded, the third baseman, number 24, Elizabeth Librero, will be the batter. The first pitch, Librero, is fouled off. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. And if you are just joining, welcome in. Lady Bulldogs softball coming to you from CPA in Nashville. And yes, both teams are wearing all white. The 0-2 misses up, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Makes it a little difficult to tell who is who when it gets right down to it. Both teams are purple and gold. The all-white uniforms with the purple socks on both sides. That pitch taken for a called strike 3. So Librero goes down looking, but not before the Bulldogs score twice. We'll go to the bottom of the first. Bulldogs lead 2-0. Bottom of the first. Bulldogs lead 2-0. The CPA Lions coming to bat. First pitch grounded foul off the third base dugout. No balls and a strike. Defense for the Bulldogs. Left field is Gracie Mosley. Center field, Aaliyah Barnes. Right field, Lily Lane. Third base, Elizabeth Librero. Shortstop, Kylie Travis. Second base, Star Paredes. Kyla Lowe is at first. Charlie Bailey Ass is behind the plate. And Sarah Quintal gets the call in the circle to get things started here. Delivers that pitch high, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1 taken low and in, ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. And if you're just joining, welcome in to Lady Bulldogs softball. A little different perspective on the video tonight. Pitch is high, ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. There is 0 room to get behind the plate, so we'll bring it to you the best we can. 3 balls and a strike to the Lions leadoff hitter. Misses down and in, ball 4. So the leadoff hitter will be aboard. So runner at first, nobody out. Pitch up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Bulldogs back in action after a week off. They were supposed to play Thursday night. That game got canceled. Pitch swung on, flied into left field. That is going to get off the fence. Runner rounds second, heads for third. Travis cuts it off, goes to third. So the double off the wall is going to put runners at second and third. Bulldogs lead 2-0 here in the bottom of the first. Runners at second and third. Nobody out. First pitch lined into the right side. Lane up with it. Throws it in. Both runs are going to score on the single to right. So it is quickly a tied game. Looked like a little confusion as to what to do there by the Bulldogs. Pitch fouled off. No balls and a strike. Rain is starting to fall just a little bit. Pitch grounded foul. No balls, 2 strikes. Apologize. Trying to get out of the rain. Pitch grounded to short. An error on Travis as the ball kind of kicks up. Puts runners at first and second with nobody out. Pitch grounded to short. Travis to Paredes to Lowe for the double play. So the good play by Travis and Paredes getting things rolling. So that puts a runner at third with 2 outs. 2 runs are in. Bulldogs Lions tied here in the bottom of the first. Pitch taken high. Ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 fouled out of play. I'm going to guess that ball doesn't come back very often. Thick woods on either side of the field. 2 balls and a strike. Pitch grounded to short. Travis with the backhand goes to first in time for out number 3. So great play by Travis to end the inning, but not before the Lions score twice and tie it up. We'll go to the top of the second. Bulldogs, Lions tied 2-2. Top 2. Bulldogs, Lions tied 2-2. 9-1-2 coming to the plate for the Bulldogs. Leading things off will be the center fielder number 2, Aaliyah Barnes. This will be Barnes' first at bat of the game. Swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Swung on. That's fouled off. That's going to stay on this side of the fence. No balls, 2 strikes. Bulldogs scored 2 in the top of the first. The Lions answered with 2 in the bottom. The 0-2. Up and away, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mr. Brooks, I cannot agree with you more. Ground ball to third. Third baseman boots it. Barnes will be aboard. So 3 errors have allowed 3 Bulldog base runners. Barnes with a little bit of speed can put some pressure on the defense here as we go back to the top of the lineup. And that'll bring up number 21, Sarah Quintal. Quintal ground out in her first at bat. bunts the first pitch. Third baseman picks it up, goes to first. So the sacrifice moves the runner. So now a runner at second with one out. Shortstop Kylie Travis will be the next hitter. She was hit by a pitch in her first at bat. Travis takes the first pitch. Ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss, strike one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. Travis takes it down and in. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. Remember, if you're watching on Facebook, it's also streaming on YouTube. Seems to be a little better picture and stream over there. The 2-1. Swung on. Called fair down the left field line. Barnes is going to round third. She's going to score. Travis is going to stand up. So the double down the line is going to score the third Bulldog run. And that'll bring second baseman number 22, Star Paredes, to the mound. Paredes reached on a fielder's choice in her first at bat. Bulldogs lead 3-2. And one thing you cannot see is the hill that is left field. Pitch is up and away, ball 1. And we were joking before the game, if a left fielder went to the fence and stood, her feet would be shoulder high to the third baseman. It is literally that steep out there in left field. Pitch taken for a called, strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Runner at second, 1 out. Top of the second, Bulldogs lead 3-2. Pitch shows bunt, pulls it back. Travis draws the throw at second. Ball thrown into center field. Travis is going to round third. She's going to head home. Throw home in time is going to get her. So 2 balls and a strike on Paredes at the plate. The runner at second is erased, so there are now 2 outs here in the top of the second. Pitch fouled, out of play. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ball didn't kick quite as far from second as they thought. A little bit of a late jump on the throw, or on the errant throw. Pitch taken for a called strike 3. Not sure that was actually a strike, but we'll go to the bottom of the second. Bulldogs lead Bottom two. Bulldogs lead 3-2. We're going to see 7, 8, and 9 for the Lions here in the bottom of the second. First pitch grounded in the hole between third and short. Travis with a diving catch. Can't quite make the play, so the infield single is going to put a runner at first with no outs. And that'll bring up the 8-hitter for the Lions. And the pitch swung on, grounded foul into the Lions dugout down the third baseline. Defense for the Bulldogs, left to right in the outfield is Gracie Mosley, Aaliyah Barnes, Lily Lane. The infield grounded into the same spot. Travis makes the catch, tries to make the throw, doesn't quite get there, so another infield single. Heck of an effort by Kylie Travis. The rest of the infield, Librero, Travis, Paredes, Lowe. Bailey has behind the plate. Sarah Quintal back in the circle. Pitch flied into left. That's going to get down. Mosley gets to it quickly. We got two runners at second. The runner coming back to second, thrown out. The runner at third stays. So the single turns into an out for the Bulldogs. Coach Drayton is going to make a pitching change. So we'll pause. All right, Coach Drayton making a few changes. Defensively, I can tell you the change. I'm not sure how the lineup is going to look when it comes up, but defensively, your changes. Aaliyah Barnes moves to left. Sarah Quintal goes from the circle to center field. Kyla Lowe moves from first, and she is in the circle. And coming into play first is going to be number 16, Ava Peck. Again, I don't know what the lineup change is going to be. Defensively, I can tell you that much. it's taken a while for Coach Drayton to explain what it is he wants to do, which if you have followed Bulldogs softball, not a surprise. And now the umpire is going to attempt to explain it to the head coach for CPA. While we're waiting, Bulldogs will be back in action on Thursday as Siegel comes to Smyrna. JV will get their first game of the season on Thursday. Game times at 5 and 6:30, I think. First pitch from low in the dirt, ball one. No balls, or excuse me, 1 ball and a strike. Yeah, game times will be 5 and 6:30 on Thursday. We will bring those to you live. Again, we will be home at Smyrna for the Siegel Stars to come to campus. The 1-1 called strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is the Lions' leadoff hitter. She walked in her first plate appearance. Swings, fouls off. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Swung on. That's going to be foul. We'll do it again. Bulldogs are in the Commando Classic this weekend, Friday and Saturday. Make sure to watch Facebook for postings on those games this weekend. The 1-2, wide, ball 2, evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch, swung on. Not sure if that hit the runner or the coach in the coach's box down the third base line. Runner was in foul territory, so that's why you do that. Pitch swung on. Yeah, she's just aiming at the coach now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. This will be pitch number 9 of the at-bat. The 2-2. Down and away, ball 3. So the leadoff batter for the Lions has worked the count full. Runners at second and third with 1 out. Bulldogs lead 3-2 here in the bottom of the second. Pitch in the dirt. Kicks away but doesn't go far. So that'll load the bases for the Lions. And that'll bring up the 2-hitter. She doubled off the fence in left in her first at bat. The pitch. Taken for a called. Strike 1. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. That's floated. Infield fly. Travis makes the catch for out number 2. So with 2 outs and the bases loaded, that'll bring up the 3-hitter. She singled between first and second in her first at bat. First pitch taken for a call, strike 1, no balls and a strike. Bulldogs lead 3-2 here in the bottom of the second. The 0-1. Misses wide, ball one. 1 ball, 1 strike. The pitch. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1. Swung on. Fouled at the plate. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Wide. Runs the count full. So the runners will be on the move on the pitch. Bases loaded. Full count, 2 outs. The pitch from low. Swung on. Grounded foul off the first base dugout. 3 balls, 2 strikes remains the count. Payoff pitch in the dirt, ball 4. So that'll walk in the tying run. And that will bring the 4 hitter to the plate. Pitch popped up. Travis back. Both feet in the grass. Makes the catch for out number 3. That ends the second, but not before it's tied up. We'll go to the top of 3. Bulldogs, Lions tied 3-3. Top 3. Bulldogs, Lions tied 3-3. 4, 5, 6 coming to the plate for the Bulldogs. Lowe, Bailey-Ass, and Lane will be the first 3 batters. Leading things off for the Bulldogs, number 7, Kyla Lowe. Lowe grounds that ball through the right side. She's going to be safe at first. So a leadoff single gets things started for the Bulldogs. And that'll bring the catcher, number 18, Charlie Bailey-Ass, to the plate. The rain is trying to start up again. We were hoping it was going to hold off. And Coach Drayton may be going to the bench for a courtesy runner for Lowe, which he can do because she was the pitcher of record. So with KK running for Bailey-Ass, I think we'll see another, yes, Kennedy Steele will be the runner at first. So once KK Smith ran for Charlie, kind of locked her into that position, running for the catcher. So Drayton has to go to his bench for another runner. Well, the batter's going to be number 18, Charlie Baileyaz. She will bat with a runner at first, nobody out. Baileyaz reached on an error in her first at bat. First pitch misses up, ball one. 1 ball, no strikes. A 1-0. Misses up, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes to the Bulldog catcher. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. 2 balls and a strike. Pitch to the backstop. Steele goes to second. Kinda, sorta attempts to slide. So on the wild pitch, runner in scoring position for the Bulldogs. 3 balls and a strike to Baileyaz. The pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. Count full. Bulldogs Lions tied 3-3 in the top of the third. The pitch misses up. Gets past the catcher. Steele goes to third. Safe at third. So pass ball allows runners at the corners. We're going to see a courtesy runner for Baileyaz, I would assume. Yep, there it is. So Smith will be the runner at first. Runners at first and third with nobody out. The batter's number 17, Lily Lane. Third baseman taking a couple of extra steps up, thinking the bunt may be in order here. Bunt shown. Taken for a strike. Throw down to second. Cut off by the shortstop. So runners at second and third with nobody out. Lane, the batter. No balls and a strike at the plate. Steele, the runner at third. Smith, the runner at second. The 0-1 to Lane. Lined at second. Second baseman makes the catch. Throw back to third. Steele caught. Tagged out. She was hung out anyway on the line drive. So Smith moves to third. The new batter for the Bulldogs is number 16, Ava Peck. She takes the first pitch high, ball 1. Pitch down and away, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. This is where Coach Drayton put her in the lineup as the DP. The 2-0. Wide ball 3. 3 balls, no strikes. Whoa, that was called a strike. Three balls and a strike. I know I'm a long way, but when the catcher reaches in the left-handed batter's box to catch a pitch, have a hard time believing that's a strike. The 3-1 swung on and missed, strike 2. 3 balls, 2 strikes. That pitch misses high. So Peck works the walk. She goes to first, putting runners at first and third for number 24, Elizabeth Librero. Librero struck out in her first at bat. And Librero going down to talk to Coach Drayton to make sure she understands what he's wanting. Bulldogs tied 3-3 here in the top of the third. Go ahead run 60 feet away. The pitch swung on, missed, strike 1. No balls and a strike. Make sure you followed us on Facebook. Don't just like it, follow it. Also, subscribe to the page on YouTube. That way you're notified when we go live and you don't miss any Bulldogs softball. Librero shows bunt, pulls it back, takes it high, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, you don't miss any Bulldogs softball this season for the games we can bring you live. The 1-1 shows bunt, gets it down. Third baseman backhands, goes to first. First baseman drops it. Run scores from third. Peck moves up to third. So the fielder's choice is going to put runners at the corners. Yet another error on the CPA defense. And that'll bring up the 9-hitter, number 2, Aaliyah Barnes. She reached on an error in her first at bat. Librero with some good speed at first. Could see a fake bunt steal here to get things started for the at bat for Barnes. Barnes swinging at the first pitch, fouls it off. No balls and a strike. Bulldogs lead 4-3 in the top of the third. The 0-1. Wide, throw down to second to Librero. Got her. So that will end the inning. So the caught stealing ends the inning. We'll go to the bottom of 3. Bulldogs lead 4-3. The 2-2 swung at, missed. Strike 3. So the strikeout swing starts the bottom of the third. 6, 7, 8 coming to the plate. The 6-hitter grounded out in her first at bat. Strike 1. No balls and a strike. I know the picture has gone. I will try to talk you through. Pitch misses down and away. Ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Nobody on, 1 away. We're in the bottom of the third. Bulldogs lead 4-3. Defense for the Bulldogs. Left to right in the outfield. Barnes, Quintal, Lane. Infield is Librero, Travis, Paredes, Peck. Bailey Ass behind the plate. And Kyla Lowe back in the circle. Delivers that pitch low. Ball 2. 2 balls and a strike. The 2-1 fouled out of play. Evens the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The pitch misses down. Ball 3. Runs the count full. We are getting a little bit of a stream warning again. The picture is out. Try to get it back here between innings. Pitch inside. Foul down the first base line. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. Defense getting back in position. Low toes the rubber. The pitch misses down. Ball 4. So that'll put a runner aboard for CPA here in the bottom of the third. And that will bring the 7-hitter to the plate. She singled in the 5-6 hole in her first at bat. A runner at first, 1 away. Low to the plate. First pitch taken for a called. Strike 1. Throw down to first. Runner dives back in safely. No balls and a strike. The 0-1. Swung on. Grounded to the right side. Second baseman Paredes picks it up. Flips to Peck for out number 2. So that does advance the runner to second, and that will bring up the 8-hitter. Pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. No balls and a strike. The 0-1 taken for a called. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2. Swung on. Grounded to short. Travis to Peck for out number 3. So the ground out ends the inning. We'll go to the top of 4. Bulldogs lead 4-3.